What we're working on today is tapping on the habit, the old habit of mindlessly eating to soothe the stress and anxiety that you feel that dates back to your 20s, yeah?
Right, correct.
And this is something that you've noticed is a habit that emerges when you're feeling stressed and anxious, and it causes procrastination. That can range from procrastinating on writing report cards for school, or sorting and tidying up and cleaning a counter that's messy that needs to be dealt with, or doing your master's homework because you're doing a master's on top of your school work.
Right. And it's like a vicious circle because, I'm stressed about the work that needs to be done. Then I deal with this by eating. Then I'm wasting more time and feel more stressed. And then, it ends up being, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I feel bad about not having started my work when I could have started much earlier.
So let's dive right in, tapping on the side of the hand. When you think of this vicious cycle, what do you notice happening in your body now that we're talking? Any tension, any ache or pain?
Just a bit of tension and numbness in my stomach.
And what color would you give the numbness in your stomach?
Grayish.
A tense numbness,
Yes.
so it's a bit distressing as well.
Yes. And 8.
And what's the first thought that comes to mind when you think of this vicious cycle?
That I'm wasting my time and I could be focused and get everything done in an hour and then be done. It's the waste of time that makes me more anxious.
And on a scale of 0 to 10, how anxious do you feel when you think of this vicious cycle?
8 or 9, yeah.
So like an 8.5, somewhere in the middle. On a scale of 0 to 10, how impossible does it feel to break this cycle?
Pretty impossible, 9 or 10, because it's not the first time I've tried. So going by past failures.
So around a 9.5 out of 10 in terms of how true the blocking thought feels, the blocking belief. It's impossible to break this vicious cycle. The reason that's coming up is it's not the first time I've tried. So based on these past failures, the chances are I won't be able to break this cycle.
Right. And that's me. This is who I am.
So the second blocking belief is that it's almost like this vicious cycle, this habit of overeating to soothe stress and anxiety. You've had it for so many decades that it feels like it's part of who you are. And while we know that habits are separate from who we are, it's just like any habit, like over drinking, like alcoholism. After a few years or decades, someone can feel, I am an alcoholic. This is who I am. So the boundary between the habit and who you are as a person becomes blurred because you've had it for so long. And so it makes sense that it feels like it's impossible to break it.
Exactly. And contrary to, alcohol or smoking, food is also something that I love and brings me a lot of joy and I cannot cut out of my life completely. It's also a very positive part of my life.
Which makes it even harder.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's dive in then. So just repeat after me. We're going to do some rounds of tapping and we're going to start with the body and just notice what happens there in the body. So tapping on the side of the hand, even though I feel this grayish numbness in my stomach.
I feel this grayish numbness in my stomach.
When I think of this vicious cycle.
When I think of this vicious cycle.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though.
I
feel this gray numbness in my stomach.
I feel this gray numbness in my stomach.
And it feels like.
It's like a stone and clenching.
It feels like it's clenching.
It feels like it's clenching.
What's it clenching you from doing? Don't break the cycle. If it had a voice, what would it say? What's it clenching? What's it trying to hold on to?
That keep eating. You feel great. That's what you want.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I feel great.
And even though I feel great.
When I eat throughout the day.
When I eat throughout the day.
Or when I binge.
Or when I binge.
Is that true, that you kind of will eat throughout the day to soothe the stress and anxiety or binge?
Yeah, if I have access to food all day, I could be nibbling every 5 minutes. Oh, let's go see what's in the fridge. And I feel great temporarily, like I never feel good afterwards. like a few minutes later.
So even though I temporarily feel good,
Even though I temporarily feel good and like the taste of it,
when I eat to soothe stress and anxiety,
when I eat to soothe stress and anxiety,
I love and accept myself anyway,
I love and accept myself anyway,
and I'm here to work on it
and I'm here to work on it
so I can feel okay.
so I can feel okay.
Top of the head, I feel okay temporarily.
I feel okay temporarily.
Eyebrow, that's why I nibble throughout the day.
That's why I nibble throughout the day.
Side of the eye, I feel good temporarily.
I feel good temporarily.
Under the eye, when I eat to soothe stress and anxiety.
When I eat to soothe stress and anxiety.
Under the nose, but then I feel bad afterwards.
But then I feel bad afterwards.
Under the mouth, why do you feel bad?
Because I feel physically bad. I might have a stomachache. I might have digestive problems. I feel too full to do my exercise classes that are at 6 or 6:30 p.m. And I feel like this didn't serve its purpose. Like I'm not pleased with how I spent the last 3 hours since I didn't get done what I wanted to get done. And I also physically don't feel good because there was too much food consumed.
Collarbone, when you physically don't feel good, what does that feel like? Does it feel kind of like what you're feeling now, this heavy kind of stone clenching in your stomach, or is it different kind of feeling?
It's like cramps in my stomach.
And under the arm, how long might those cramps last for on average?
Well, it depends on the food consumed and how much of it, but I'd say an hour.
Side of the hand, even though I get cramps in my stomach for about an hour when I overeat to soothe the stress and anxiety.
For about an hour when I overeat to soothe the stress and anxiety.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
2 more times, and even though I sometimes get cramps in my stomach. Depending on how much I eat. And it doesn't feel good.
I
love and accept myself anyway. One more time, and even though. Overeating to soothe stress and anxiety causes cramps in my stomach.
Overeating to soothe stress and anxiety causes cramps in my stomach.
I love and accept myself anyway. And I'm here to work on that so that I can be okay. Top of the head, I'm not okay when I'm feeling, is it kind of the cramps in my stomach? Is it a feeling of you physically feel sick, or is it? So I'm not okay when I feel physically sick. Eyebrow, which happens when I overeat.
Combined with the anxiety.
Side of the eye, because the anxiety is still there. Under the eye. Overeating combined with the anxiety doesn't reduce the anxiety.
Overeating combined with the anxiety does not reduce the anxiety.
Is that true?
Absolutely. Actually, it increases it.
Under the nose, this mindless eating to self-soothe. Under the mouth increases my anxiety. Collarbone. So when you think of the vicious cycle of mindless eating to soothe the stress and anxiety, what would you give the anxiety now that we're talking about it?
I think it's come down maybe a 7. So I have an assignment due tomorrow. So I have to work on this today and tomorrow morning. And I have my report cards due in a week for school. So there are specific things that I know will be stressful in the next couple of days and then the next week.
So the report cards are due in a week for your schoolwork, and for your master's, you have an assignment due tomorrow that you need to work on today and tomorrow.
Yes.
So since the assignment for your master's is a thing that sounds like it's the most pressing in terms of important and urgent, so we focus on that then today?
Yeah.
Okay, so tapping on the side of the hand. When you think of working on this assignment, what do you notice coming up in your body?
Tension. It's in my jaw, like maybe a 4. It's not too tense.
Anxiety, on a scale of 0 to 10, how anxious do you feel that you can follow through and do it without getting distracted by doing emails and other things?
I'm pretty anxious about that. A 7, an 8.
So maybe like a 7.5.
Yeah,
Where do you feel the anxiety in your body?
same. Like I think my jaw, maybe my shoulders.
And if you were to give them a color, what color would you give that tension, that anxiety in your jaw and in your shoulders?
Gray, brown.
So tapping on the side of the hand, repeat after me. Even though
Even though
I have this gray-brown anxiety
I have this gray brown anxiety
in my jaw and in my shoulders,
in my jaw and in my shoulders,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though
And even though
I have quite a lot of anxiety
I have quite a lot of anxiety
stuck in my jaw and in my shoulders,
stuck in my jaw and in my shoulders,
I'm here to work on that so that I can be okay.
I'm here to work on that so that I can be okay.
One more time, and even though
And even though
I've got quite a bit of anxiety
I've got quite a bit of anxiety
that comes up in my jaw and in my shoulders,
that comes up in my jaw and in my shoulders,
when I think of this assignment
when I think of this assignment
and getting it done without procrastinating,
and getting it done without procrastinating,
I'm here to work on that so that I can be okay.
I'm here to work on that so that I can be okay.
Top of the head, this anxiety in my jaw.
This anxiety in my jaw,
Eyebrow, this anxiety in my shoulders.
this anxiety in my shoulders,
Side of the eye, this gray anxiety in my shoulders and my jaw.
this gray anxiety in my shoulders and my jaw,
Under the eye,
like it's tightening.
it feels like it's tightening.
It feels like it's tightening.
Under the nose, my jaw and my shoulders.
My jaw and my shoulders.
Under the mouth, this anxiety that causes tightness in my body.
This anxiety that causes tightness in my body.
Collarbone, I'm here to observe it.
I'm here to observe it.
Under the arm, I'm here to notice what it feels like.
I'm here to notice what it feels like.
Top of the head, because I'm used to numbing it.
Because I'm used to numbing it.
Eyebrow, and trying to ignore it.
And trying to ignore it.
Side of the eye, by eating when I'm not hungry.
By eating when I'm not hungry.
Under the eye, how true does that feel? That when you eat when you're not hungry, kind of mindless eating, the opposite of what we call mindful eating, does it feel like it's to avoid, because the anxiety feels bad, so it's to avoid feeling it?
Absolutely. And to release it, like it numbs it. It's like I'm holding my breath and it's like, oh, I'm stressed. I have so much to do. Let me eat a piece of bread and cheese. And then, oh, that feels so good.
Under the nose, I've had this habit for so long. Under the mouth, of feeling good by eating something when I'm stressed. Collarbone, but it's not serving me anymore. Under the arm, maybe it is. Top of the head, maybe it isn't. Eyebrow, what's coming up for you now? What are you noticing?
I know it's not serving me and I have other ways to soothe myself. So no need to hold on to that method any longer.
Side of the eye. So far, what have you been trying coming home? Because you'd said that you'd come home and you'd go straight to the fridge, and you've tried another method now.
Yeah, I've tried other things over the years that, I'll definitely have worked, either doing some yoga stretches right away or meditating. This week, it was a very cold week here, so I crawled into bed and read my book for 20 minutes. That was really cozy and soothing. Audiobooks, journaling. So any of those work.
So under the eye, I have other methods that work. Under the nose. So I know it's possible to change my habits. Under the mouth. But what's the anxiety about? Is it you're anxious that you'll yo-yo back into the old habits, slip back into it?
Yes, and that I'm depriving my taste buds of these amazing taste that feels so good instantly.
Collarbone. I'm anxious when I'm depriving my taste buds of these delicious meals.
I'm anxious when I'm depriving my taste buds of these delicious snacks. Yeah.
Snacks. So under the arm, that causes me anxiety.
That also causes me anxiety.
So tapping on the side of the hand, how true does it feel that it also causes anxiety when you deprive yourself from these delicious snacks?
Right. It does. Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how true does that feel?
Like a 10.
So you've got this inner conflict going, because on the one hand, the I've got so much to do, I have so much to do causes anxiety, and then you eat to self-soothe, then you feel bad. But then on the other hand, if you don't eat to self-soothe when you're not hungry, then that feels like deprivation, and that feels very true.
Yeah, because the thought is, okay, you don't have to eat, you're not hungry, you can go self-soothe upstairs in your bed, and that's a lovely, 20 minutes. But then my other part of my brain is saying, but that tiropita is going to be delicious. How can you not have it?
So ultimately, it sounds like what's causing the anxiety is this inner conflict between the part of you that feels like I'm depriving myself, that cheese pie, that tiropita, that whatever, that snack would be delicious, and the other part of you that knows that if you have it when you're not hungry, then you can end up suffering physically for an hour from stomach cramps and other physically distressing effects. If you were to give that part of you that says you'd be deprived by not eating when you're not hungry a color, what color would you give it, that voice?
Blue.
And if you were to give the voice that thinks, find your other methods to self-soothe so you can break the cycle.
Yeah, let's say this one blue, because it's my soothing, like go use another soothing mechanism. And let's say the food is red.
Okay, so one of the voices that's the soothing kind of voices, go use another soothing mechanism, blue. The other one is red. So tapping on the side of the hand, even though my blue voice is in conflict with my red voice.
My blue voice is in conflict with my red voice.
When I think about eating when I'm not hungry.
When I think about eating when I'm not hungry.
I'm here to explore that.
I'm here to explore that.
And even though I've got this inner conflict.
And even though I've got this inner conflict.
Between these two voices.
Between these two voices.
That cause a lot of anxiety.
That cause a lot of anxiety.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
One more time. And even though my blue voice conflicts with my red voice.
And even though my blue voice conflicts with my red voice.
A lot throughout the day.
A lot throughout the day.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And I'm curious to see what they would say if they spoke to each other.
And I'm curious to see what they would say if they spoke to each other.
So let's just play with it. So tapping on the top of the head. Which of the two voices, the blue or the red voice? The go use another self-soothing method, or the one that's like stick to the old vicious cycle, wants to speak first? If we were to say it's...
Definitely the red voice, because she's the louder one.
What is it that she wants to say?
Oh, good, you're getting home. There's cheese and ham in the fridge that you can have with a baguette. It's going to be so soothing for you.
Eyebrow. And what does a blue voice want to say? Does it feel like it has something it wants to say?
Yeah, it says, but you're not hungry at all. You can go straight upstairs and relax for 10 minutes doing your yoga stretches, and you're going to feel much better at the end of the day.
Side of the eye, over to the red voice. What would it like to say?
Are you kidding me? How can you not eat that yummy snack? It's gonna taste so good.
Under the eye?
I mean, when that happens, it's actually, I feel the taste. I'm salivating. It's intense. It's not just... It's not a craving in my stomach because I'm not hungry. It's a taste craving in my mouth.
Under the mouth. Food gives me so much joy.
Food brings me so much joy.
Collarbone. I love food.
I love food.
Under the arm. Which voice wants to speak up next?
The blue one can say, but think about yourself. This is a form of self-compassion, trying not to eat this right away since you're not hungry.
Top of the head. So if the blue voice was to reword that, instead of what not to do, how would it reword that in a positive?
Show self-compassion by doing your yoga stretches, and this urge will pass.
Eyebrow. And what does a red voice want to say?
Oh, you know it's strong. It's not going to pass. What if somebody else eats that snack? Then you're going to miss out.
Side of the eye. What does a blue voice want to say?
It's okay. If somebody eats it, you know how it tastes. You can go to the store and buy some more. You're an adult. You have a car. You have money. You can go buy more.
Under the eye. What does a red voice want to say?
But you want it now.
Under the nose.
This is real, though. This is exactly what's happening every day.
And this is what we want. We want to talk real about what's really going on so we can get to the root, to the bottom of it. So that's what we want. Because when it's happening, it's something that you struggle with on your own. I'm sure that the other educators tapping along with us, hearing this recording, her tapping to borrow benefits for themselves as well, can relate. Because even though these are universal, we feel like we're going through it on our own as we're struggling between these two conflicting parts of us. So it's great that you're bringing this up to light so that we can work on it collectively.
I'm glad.
So under the nose, which voice wants to speak next?
The blue one says, but you've worked so hard on realizing what's going on. Just follow through for 20 minutes and go upstairs to avoid the kitchen.
Under the mouth. And what does the red one say?
But you have so much to do. Just having this snack will help soothe this stress.
Collarbone. And what does the blue one respond?
This strategy will work better for you in the long run. If you avoid the instant, like soothing with the food, just give yourself 20 minutes to decompress, and then you can take a breath.
Under the arm. And what does the red one want to say?
Well, she's getting persuaded, so she might say, okay.
Oh, so let's take a nice breath in and release. And let's check in to see where we're at.